Alright guys, so I've going to go back to RFactor 2. I'm giving RFactor 2 a chance. In previous videos, well, most recent ones have been somewhat complimentary, but earlier ones not so much. But long story short, I decided to go ahead and get the Q2 and Q3 packs. So we have the touring cars. I've got the Indy car as well, but I'm going to go with the touring cars, doing a quick race. There's about 18 cars or something on the grid. Force feedback out of the box has been a complete mess. People say that RFactor 2 has some of the best FFB out there. I think these, they're going to go out and say it, but they're making populism statements where there's far too much detail in the wheel as standard in a lot of these cars. It will rip the hands off you basically unless you really go in and tweak the feedback. Now, what I've done is I've had to increase the damper on the steering wheel to 20. I've tweaked around with the settings elsewhere. Like I've turned down the force effect intensity down to 90. I've put the interpolation onto 3. Normally I just run that at 1, essentially just very small smoothing on the feedback. But like I say, in RF2 I've had to make more drastic changes, essentially interfering with the physics to get it to feel drivable, correct. And I've driven front wheel drive. I've got a Integra DC2 that no longer a road car really. There's sport suspension, LSD as standard, all that stuff. It's fully modified, essentially like a race car with number plates on it. And I can tell you here and now that it doesn't drive like these without a lot of work on the FFB. What it does do though is an RF2 does it well, is the understeer and differential pull from the steering wheel on a front wheel drive. But yeah, anyway, enough chat. Let's get into the race. We'll do a quick 6-lapper, and yeah, let's go for it.
Green, green, green.
Alright, so
Car right. He's still there. Right side's clear. Car right. Clear right. Left side.
yeah, like I say, with those
Still there.
steering wheel adjustments, it has made it a bit more.
Still there.
It is quite realistic, but like I say, standard without the damping added onto it. It was just sharp. It was notchy. It was very, very vicious over curbs.
Gary, forget the start. Just get stuck in.
But yeah, I have to say, like as it is now,
Left side.
it would be similar to like a high performance front wheel drive, which is what this car is. So
P10. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 38 Celsius.
there's that lift off oversteer that you get on a front wheel drive. Totally normal as well.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there.
I have to say, like, I mean, despite me moaning about the FFB, right,
Still
and
there.
on the one hand I believe that
Still there.
end users should not have to
Clear right.
interfere with FFB. I mean, it should be done well by the game, by the physics, but whatever. I think with a bit of tweaking, if or when you get it right, it's not too bad. Like, it's actually good. So I'm glad that I got this
116.
got this FFB into a good spot. So
Car right. Clear right.
and
Okay, Gary. The next car is Vincent.
the racing is
The track temp's increasing. It's now 39 Celsius.
racing here is actually surprisingly good.
Car left.
It's actually really good.
Clear left.
Yeah, like overall, I am impressed like with this BTCC add-on, how it drives.
Cold tires all round.
like I say, there is a bit getting used to it because the FFB needed a bit of tweaking. But
On your left, clear left.
that being said,
The leader has just
once you get it done,
50.06. Come on, that's the stuff. Fastest lap for burn, 50.00. You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine, P9. 2 laps remaining. That's your
shit.
fastest lap. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Yellow flag in sector 1. Clear all round. Looks like P6 has gone off in Paddock Hill. You had a bit of bodywork damage there.
bit of a pile up. Yeah,
Right side tyres are cold.
you know, these cars would make a really, really good like online league car for people to race in. I think it is nice and enjoyable.
Sector 1 is green.
They do feel nice. I can't emphasise enough that the force feedback does need tweaking. If you don't put dampers and stuff onto it out of the box,
To go, 7th position.
not only will it feel a bit weird, but would seriously like injure yourself.
Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Right side. Clear right. B6. There's the checkered flag.
Yeah, so that was really enjoyable, I have to say. Yeah, let's have a look back at that and see how the race went. And yeah, let's just play that replay. Yeah, really enjoyable. Like I say, the FFB out of the box on this RFactor 2, and I've been critical of it before, and with good reason, it has to be said, right? It's back to what I was saying, like the force feedback on this game being overdone. So when you hit a curb, like literally, I took the Indy car on a lap of Donington, and as soon as I went near a curb, the whole steering wheel, the whole rig was shaking just from the direct drive wheelbase, and that's not, you know, it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? Yes, I mean we should feel a bit of the curb. I'm not disputing that, but this was like way overpowering. So I had to, you know, like I say, put the damper onto 20%. Interpolation on the FFB is set to 3. I'm normally run on 1 with no damper, and yeah, turn down the force effect intensity. But anyway, enough of that. Now that I've got it to something what I like, this was probably one of the best AI races that I've had in a long time. I'm not an expert in these cars. I'm not an expert in RF2. I just take the sim, I drive it, and you know, give a bit of feedback as to what I think. But this was impressive. Like, I had fun. The AI kept, you know, close pack racing. They were clean. They weren't killing each other. They weren't killing me. I wasn't killing them. And it definitely added to the experience. I think doing like a, you know, 10, 20 lap race here would be really enjoyable, because the AI are clearly able to pack race on a small track like this. I mean, just look at it, you know. So yeah, I think when you tweak the FFB and RFactor and you end up in a race like this and everything feels normal again, yeah, you can't help but just admire kind of what guys at Studio 397 have done. And I used to be critical of RFactor 2. I still am when it comes to the force feedback, because I think all the hype that it gets is not really that warranted, personally speaking. I think other sims do it better out of the box, but with a bit of tweaking, you can mask what's there as standard and make it better, you know. But yeah, you know, really impressive, really enjoyable race, and I'm going to do a few more of these, I think, with the touring cars. And there was that bit of a wreck, and yeah, I like the damage models on the car too. But yep, nothing more to say really. I'm impressed, but at the same time, it took a bit of tweaking to get there. The cars are great. The AI is, you know, appears to be quite good, because any bunch of AI that can pack race like that on a tight circuit with minimal overtaking opportunities without causing, well, I won't say without causing wrecks, because we did have a wreck, didn't we? But you know what I mean. It was really good. It was really good, and yeah, it gets a thumbs up for me, albeit not the easiest thumbs up I've ever given before. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this type of content, do the like and subscribe and all that stuff. Helps some YouTube algorithm recommend similar videos, whether it be from me or other creators that, you know, like to share the passion of sim racing and give a bit of insight when we can. Yeah, and if you're an RF2 fan, and this is important, right? If you're an RF2 regular and you run a Fanatec, I have a DD2, but if you run a DD1, DD2, or even a CSL DD, or any direct drive base for that matter, and if my settings are wrong, tell me, put them in the comments, let me know what damper settings and stuff I should be running. Like I say, I think it feels pretty good now, but if there's a holy grail setting, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Until the next one.